Yeah, morning. Actually, today is Sunday. Yesterday, let me see. Yesterday was Saturday. Let me guess. I pulled over yesterday evening yesterday afternoon around probably 1 or 2 o'clock in Virginia. And then I did my 10-hour break. And then I went hunting. I went hunting for three things when I dropped the trailer in Bobtail. I went to fill them jugs of water underneath my bunk bed here. That's number one. Plus I did put 30 gallons of fuel to get here, number two. And number three, what did I do? Oh, I went shopping at Walmart and I bought some groceries for the refrigerator and the cabinets. That's number three, I think. So I was gonna take a bath right there in the parking lot, but I changed my mind. So I decided, since I only got 150 miles to get here, I drove here and I dropped the trailer over there at GE over there in Perryville, Maryland. And they said they ain't got no empty trailers, so they said they'll have it tomorrow. Nah, I don't believe that. I'm just gonna check in 3 more hours. Actually, I came to this spot. I'm sitting right next to this Target building, this Target store, and there's a Shell gas station right there. Yeah, I've been here. This is probably my third or my fourth time since 2021 or 20. I think I've been here when I had that Volvo. When I had that old 2017 Volvo, I came here. I used it and discovered this place first. Then I started parking here with this truck right here, this lease purchase truck, the Freightliner Cascadia. So anyway, as you can see, all them blue boxes. Yeah, this is the safety test I'm doing. You can see it. I was puckered out, tired, conked out. I did this 2 days ago. Actually, I tried to do it yesterday, but I couldn't. I was too tired. So I said I was gonna do it yesterday. I was too tired again. Too busy, too tired. When I got up out of bed last night, around 9 o'clock? It was 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock last night. I said I wanted to do this, but nah, I got my hands full. I gotta take care of my vitality. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be alive to do this job. So, I was gonna take that bath. I said, nah, skip it. Priority comes first. I gotta get rid of this load off of me, so I can get a chance to do this. When I came to the spot last night, I still felt tired. You see, I'm like, I have the energy to go all day and finish it, but it's just I do too much of it and it catches up to me. Felt tired again, so now it's sunlight. I actually came here like 3 o'clock this morning. I think it was 2 o'clock. No, I actually came to Perryville, Maryland around 1:30 this morning. Around 3 o'clock this morning, actually I went through a whole process. I dropped the trailer, went to Flying J and did the paperwork to transfer it, and then I came to the spot. So I came here about 3:30 this morning, right here next to the Target store. And I said I was gonna do this. Here I am again, feeling tired. So now I got my rest. I heat up my coffee. I got my Wi-Fi box. I got my T-Mobile Wi-Fi. They call it MiFi. I got my T-Mobile Wi-Fi, and I got sufficient 100% internet access. And this is my laptop computer. You can see this is the website for the safety test that my DM gave me, and I'm doing it right now. Maybe you might want to see what I'm talking about. You see, I tap it, and it says, you see that yellow box? It says continue. That means I didn't finish. the green one, that means I finished it. You see, I used to do it the hard way, and it took so friggin' long. It took me 2 weeks the first time. I didn't know how to do it. So I actually passed it already before 2 weeks. I just went into the training section. It says certified trainers. That means it's for certified trainers. So since I'm not a trainer, it didn't concern me. So Western Express over there in Richmond, Virginia said, well, no, you're free. You're free to go. So that's when but now I found a way out. Whenever I do this, you see I got my audio plug in there, and it goes straight to the CD player, and it comes out. Actually, it comes out in the speakers. So you're about to hear it right now. I also got the audio plug in my cell phone right now. So let me just get this started. Would you like to resume where you left off? Okay. I may interrupt it a little bit just to give you an idea of what I've been doing.
The damage resulting from
a train I need to turn the volume up. Hold up.
You should always expect a train at every railroad crossing. Freight trains do not travel on predictable schedules, and passenger train schedules may change, so there's no predicting a train's appearance.
You can hear it?
You should never assume that a crossing...
Yeah. Alright. I ain't trying to embarrass myself here. The reason why I'm doing this is because all y'all that's thinking about applying for Western Express, you might as well learn this. Whenever you use the brakes too quick, like if you use the brakes too hard, critical event pops up. There's a red message box. Is it red and white? No, it's not red and white. Hold up. There's a black box. It says critical event. It's like this long. When critical event pops up, like if you turn the steering wheel a little bit too hard and you go around the curve, if you pop the steering wheel too hard and the truck kind of leans too hard, or like if you're going around the exit ramp, or if you hit the brakes too hard and you do like this and drive kind of aggressive, yeah, critical event will pop up. Even though you didn't get no accident, if you stab the brakes too hard, or if you turn the steering wheel a little bit too sharp, yes, critical event pops up. That doesn't put you to the safety test yet. You have to collect a series of it. It could be 5, it could be like 6, it could be 10 really. It's probably 10. You gain at least 5 or 10 critical events popping up. That's when you're gonna be doing what I'm doing right here. Just letting you know. So I didn't know I had to do this, but anyway, I started doing this since last year, 2021. But anyways, it's like my reason for doing this is because I'm dealing with the assholes out there. I did talk to the safety manager 2 days ago, the second time. You remember the first time when I said I almost got fired by that same safety manager? I guess because of log violations. You remember that part? Remember that video? And I was in the Western Express terminal, and it says almost got fired by Western Express, plus I almost quit Western Express myself. I was about to fire my own self. I was about to walk away from the job for a good reason, and they were about to fire me, so it was either random select. Yes, well, that same safety manager, I went to him the second time, and I wanted to explain to him why I do what I do. I explained to him that I'm dealing with aggressive drivers, and I'm actually getting aggressive myself. But he's more concerned about the stoplights, and I told him, no, he told me I still need to drive at a slow speed anyways when it comes to the stoplights, because he noticed that I've been taking chances not making a complete stop at the stop sign. He saw the cameras on my truck. So I tried to explain to him why I kind of pass under the light when it's yellow. It's because I have a loaded trailer on me. That's when he dived in and said, okay, you do have a point there. Right, because if the light turns red all of a sudden, you try to stop. Even if you're going the exact speed limit, you should be going a little bit slower though. But in my case, I try to time myself. Like, you know, like say if I wasn't paying attention, let's say I was trying to zoom in on the cell phone to check the route, and all of a sudden the light turns red. Now I'm gonna hit the brakes. I'm gonna pop the airlines or something like that. One of the valves, not the airlines, one of the valves behind the dashboard might pop and start leaking air. I can't tell if I'm gonna slam into a car, so I'll just pass underneath it and hit the emergency flashes. But anyways, I told him about that part, so I guess, you know, he just continued to feel proud of me because he said he liked the way I do my my log routine there. He said he hasn't seen any violations yet. I didn't do too good on the pre-trip because I didn't remember it, but he cut me some slack and let me do my thing. I'm not saying that he's accepting it. He sure sound offended and serious, but anyways, it's like I don't like doing this. I don't want to do this. This thing wastes my time. If you don't finish it, they might have you sitting around. But I found a way out. I know how to execute it much faster. I know how to get it done. It's like this. This is my invention right here. I started writing down. You see, the first time I did it, it took me 2 weeks, and then the second time I did it, it took me 1 week. Here it is, safety test. Yeah, I got all of that. Whichever ones I got wrong, I passed over it and finished it. All right. I guess, hold up a second. I guess my first one, I got lucky. I didn't need any help. The second one, yes, I got 2 wrong, and I corrected it. You see, I'm knocking them out real fast. It's not because I remember them, just because I'm running into it because of critical events. That has nothing to do with it. I'm just using my own common sense. That's what's making the answers right. So I start writing them down now. I write down the answers ahead of time. And then not only that, would you believe it's better to have a laptop with sufficient Wi-Fi in your own truck, or if you can get one of these at T-Mobile, it's better to do it on your own computer or the computer in Western Express terminal. You can do that. You don't have to have a laptop computer. Do it on Western Express desktop computer. It's much faster and quicker. You know why? Doing it on your cell phone, there's a couple of things you cannot do. I don't know if I could find it, but let me try it. When you reach the end of the test, you click this. You click that box. All right, you click complete or done. All right, whenever you finish, you click that box. All right, you see it goes back to complete. That means you didn't finish it. All right, anyways, you click that box and it shows, I think it gives you an option. You click that second option and it's like you click an option that shows you it shows you the answer. It gives you the answer at the top. Whatever answer you got wrong. If it's even 3 answers, then it gives you 3 answers. You look at the answers and then you pass over it again. That's the reason why I like to say I write it down. That's the reason why I write down the answers first, so I can memorize it. So I can remember which ones I got right and which ones I got wrong. This is the fastest way to get it done. I don't know, maybe you have a better plan. I don't know, but that's my way of doing it. So when you get the answers wrong, they show you the answers that you got wrong. You write it down. You cross out the ones you got wrong and you correct it, and then you pass over it again, because otherwise Western Express is not going to get it in the system. So when you write down the answers, then you pass over the test again. You could zoom it, fast forward, and then start answering, lickety split, and you're done. So I would say y'all can get pissed off at me for doing the safety test. Yo, I am serious about, you might as well say I rate myself the most serious truck driver in the 48 states. I don't care if bitch ass Van Halen want to make rude comments. Fuck his ass. I'm going to go right through him. I'm going through anybody and I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing it my way. Nobody ain't governing my ship. Excuse my little aggressive attitude. I have to slip that one in. I got to defend myself. All right, back to the point. This is my this is my way of doing things. The rest of y'all say it's not worth it. Yes, alright, okay. I don't want to go against those type of people. I don't want to go against your opinion. But the thing is, I'm gonna have to do what I have to do. I'm taking close risks, alright, but the thing is, you have no idea what I'm up against out there. I got cars and trucks, especially them cars. You might as well say the trucks are worse. I got people pulling up next to me, sizing up on me. Actually, I got vehicles coming into my lane trying to touch my truck, and I gotta yank my horn. Not to mention, I gotta stab my brakes real hard because I'm trying to save my front fenders. My fenders are made out of fiberglass. I'm pretty sure they're made out of fiberglass. Them side panels, the gray ones, the plastic vinyl, they're very fragile. If a 5,000, 4,000 pound vehicle rests up against it very gently, there's no telling how I'm gonna feel about it. I'm not gonna feel nice about it, because even though it's not my truck yet, it's still my personal merchandise. It's coming out of my damn pocket. It's coming out of my pocket, and I ain't putting up with shit. And number two, after I own it, I'm not going to like the condition it's in. Number three, I'm saving myself from them stinking cameras that they got on this truck also. Number four, I can't tell if Western Express are going to get curious if they see a damage on this truck. So I got more than a million reasons to stay aggressive. I'm going to be an aggressive driver for the rest of my life. That's the way I see it. But anyways, yeah, I'm doing the safety test because of them critical events popping up 5 to 10 times. So there you have it. I don't blame you if you say it's not worth it. It doesn't make any sense. All right, no problem. I'm in my own shoes. I think I need to do it my way. I don't blame you. You do have a point there. Those are you in the background. I ain't going against you. I'm not profiling you. I know you probably don't mean to profile me either. We're both even 50-50. I respect that. I'm just telling you, I'm diving into deep shark-infested waters you don't know about. There's something out there watching me that I can't see with my eyes, and I don't feel like saying what I think it is. I know I know what it is. It's just that the consequences on me, and I'm dealing with it. So scratch out. I don't think you want to imitate what I'm doing. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but that's up to you. You do what you want to do. But all I gotta say is that now, since I got up out of bed, I'm gonna chase after an empty trailer in about 3 more hours. Let me see, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9. About 10 o'clock, about 10 a.m. It's now 7:45. About 10 a.m. I'm gonna chase after another empty trailer. All right, let me hurry up and get back to this. I was just showing you an example. That's the reason why I interrupted. Let me try this.
Is clear. Always look and listen for trains approaching from either direction, and be sure conditions are clear before proceeding. You should never try to race a train. Gauging the speed and distance of an oncoming train can be very difficult, and a loaded freight train cannot stop quickly, taking up to a full mile after the brakes have been fully applied. Because of these facts...
Yeah, I know that. It's worse than a truck. It's like, sometime yesterday I fantasized about comparing a train and a bulldozer. They're both compatible, but the train is going to be heavier anyways. Now compare a truck to a car. They're both almost similar. It's just that both of them are like pieces of paper compared to any one of those. That's what I was saying. Anyway.
Trains always have the right of way. Railroad signage. Highway rail intersections normally are marked with one or more warning signs and devices. These warnings can include pavement markings, crossbuck signs, and gates equipped with flashing red lights and bells. If lights are flashing or a crossing gate is lowering, you must immediately stop at least 15 feet away from the crossing. Keep in mind, it is illegal to drive around or under a crossing gate while it is down or being lowered or raised. If warning lights start to flash when you have already begun your crossing, do not stop. Immediately finish crossing and proceed away from the tracks. Once you are stopped at a crossing, do not proceed forward until all warning devices show that it is safe for you.
They even said that you should not put the vehicle in neutral. You should complete it. Don't slow down or stop. It's like I learned this whenever I apply for a truck job. Whenever they give you the driving test. Yeah, I did pass over 2 different railroad tracks. Like, start with Navajo. All right, yeah, start with Navajo trucking. Yes, I passed over a railroad track right out to Denver, Colorado, somewhere in the back roads, and I passed the test. And the second time, I think it was Taylor Truck Lines. Taylor Truck Lines hired me and had me going to Minneapolis, Minnesota. We went to Minnesota for orientation, and I failed the driving test. Something didn't go right. I didn't pass over the railroad tracks the right way. I don't know what happened. That was in 2011 though. So I failed the driving test, and I went back home in a rental. So yeah, whenever you pass over them tracks, keep the truck in gear. Do not stop. Try not to slow down if you can. And pass right through there nice and fast. Anyway.
To proceed. Also, stay alert at multiple track crossings until the last car of the closest train has passed. Look and listen carefully for another train on a different track before driving onto the crossing. Never stop on tracks. You should never stop on railroad tracks for any reason. Hazmat drivers, remember, FMCSA...
Hold up. Never mind me paying attention to that. That's Van Halen's business. I don't care. Hazmats. Alright. Since I'm not a hazmat hauler, I have done it, yes. I did have my endorsement, but for some strange reason, they didn't put it back on. So I don't want hazmats anyway. I guess maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. All right. I haven't done hazmats in decades. In a while. And I don't want to do them. But I think if you have hazmats on a trailer, I think you need to stop before you cross the tracks. Like about 10 to 15 feet, 20 feet. Stop before you go near the railroad tracks and put your emergency flashes on. And then proceed to continue and do not slow down. And then cross the other side. Once you cross the other side, then you turn them off. You turn off the emergency flashes if you have hazmat. If you have dry bulk, of any sort, even if it's reefer, dry van, you don't need no flashes on. Just go ahead and pass right through. But the school bus, yes, they have to do that. Passenger vehicles, yeah. I don't know. It's like I'm using my common sense when it comes to the hazmat and using the flashes, the emergency flashes. That's what I'm thinking. I don't really remember the rules. I'm just saying it.
A 49 CFR 392.10 prohibits the driver of a commercial motor vehicle or of a motor vehicle transporting certain hazardous materials or certain agents or toxins from entering onto a highway rail grade crossing unless there is sufficient room to move through the grade crossing without stopping. Never shift gears while crossing, as this increases your chance of your truck stalling. If your truck stalls or...
Even though this is automatic, I don't think so. Don't even try it. Don't even put it in, don't get curious and put it in neutral for any reason. Because it's computerized. The computer might not recognize it fast enough. And, oh yeah, that does happen. If you try to put it in drive or reverse too quick, and if you don't press the pedal fast, hard enough, you're going to have to start over and put it in neutral again and try it again. And you're wasting time sitting on the tracks while the train might be coming. Just scare yourself to death with that one.
Or is snagged on a rail crossing, get out of the truck and call the toll-free number posted on the crossbuck. This will connect you directly to the railroad police. Provide them with the
A good thing they said that, because I didn't know nothing about that either. This is my first time discovering that. I'm glad they told me.
6-digit crossing number posted on the crossbuck. They may be able to divert any train which might be on a collision course with you. Don't get back into your truck unless...
Man, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. That's a near miss right there.
Told to do so by the railroad police. We've all heard the old saying, accidents happen. While this is true, accidents typically happen because of negligence or inattention. Don't let a railroad crossing accident happen to you. Be attentive and always follow the regulations governing commercial motor vehicles.
Oh, shit. I can't believe this. That fast? I've been running into a series of them that does that. Yeah, I ran into one video that lasts it lasts almost as long as this, and I only had one question and then two questions. I think it was the second safety test I took when I went to Georgia, over there in Motel 6, right near my mom's house. Yeah, I took a safety test. I ran into like 3 or 4 sections. I only had one question. Anyway. Yeah, trains always have the right to way, true. Yeah, I know I heard 1 mile. I'm only telling you, whatever I think I remember. If I don't, I don't. I'm going to just show you what I do when I get the answers wrong. Hold on a second. I'm confused now. I guess I probably... Hold on. Many highway rail crossing the crossbucks. You should, because I'm pretty sure I do see it. If I get it wrong, I don't care. Do not stop on the rail track within. Do not stop on the rail on the tracks, or I guess it's 10. I don't know. I kind of got lost. I have a feeling I got something wrong. Sometimes I'll be thinking that I got more than 2 of them wrong, and then actually I get them right. When approaching a crossing, if the gates are down, the road is what? Open until the train arrives. That shit confused me. I don't know that one. When approaching a crossing, if the gates are down, the road is open until... Nah, it's got to be close. Don't make any sense. It is against the law. By the way, it's at 28 minutes right now. I'm going to try to hurry up. It is against the law to drive around or under a crossing gate, either down or being open or closed. I would have to say yeah, because the train's going to take up the entire neighborhood. You'd have to go in another route. It must be true. When starting across the tracks, if the warning lights begin to flash when you should stop immediately, complete the crossing. I think it's stop immediately. If you complete it, you're at risk. Freight trains travel on predictable schedules. I would have to say true. I have to. If your truck, you see, I'm not even remembering what they said, all of it, what they said. I only remember some of what they said. I'm just using half of my common sense and half of what they said. If my common sense is wrong, then it's wrong. I'm at 29 minutes right now. If your truck stalls or is snagged on, yeah, I'm gonna say something about that. Snagged on a rail crossing, you should stay in your vehicle. Get out your truck. Call. Yeah, you be better off doing that. You don't want to get busted wide open. Get out of the truck and call a toll-free number. Do not stay in the vehicle. You'll get decapitated. So it's got to be that one. You should look and listen carefully for another train on a different track before. Yeah, that is true. That's what I usually do. It don't matter. Oh, shit. It's clear. Okay. All right. This is what happens when you finish it and you see that gray box. That means you can't answer it no more. It's done. So instead of you clicking back, you click the black one where it has an X. You clear it out. Nah, you see, I told you. It says fail. All right, so I fail. Now, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. I think, man, I messed up. I forgot. Let me try this and see what, oh, fucking hell. Nah, that's not it. Damn. I had it. Oh, here it is. This is an incorrect summary. Tap that. Now it shows you which one you got wrong. All right, usually I got 2 wrong the first 2 seconds. Oh, shoot, I got 2 minutes left. All right, I got 3 of them wrong. You know what I forgot? I forgot to write down, as a matter of fact, while I was there reading that thing to you, I forgot to write it down in a notepad. I was too busy talking. I was supposed to write down all the answers right here, right now. I didn't do it. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pass over the ones that I got right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and write down the ones I got wrong. And then whichever ones I got right, I'll just memorize it. And then I'll knock it out. All right, so much for this. I told you, I'm showing you the reality of what I'm dealing with. I showed you the air hose. I put them on myself. Let me see if I could. I got 1 more minute. I ain't wearing no shoes, so I'll just go ahead and pop this door open. You see, that's a Target store. Here's a brand new air hose from the last video I shot. I put them on myself. I did this. And this air hose came out of my pocket. I paid $160. All right, so much for that, man. This thing is gonna cut. I'll probably shoot the next video. I don't have no choice. If y'all want something to watch, maybe y'all can learn. I'll just go ahead and shoot the next video of what I'm doing. All right, I'll check y'all later.